Welcome back! This video is a guide on how to manage events in Hopkins Engage as a community partner. First, please keep in mind that you will only have these tools and functionalities if you're the administrator of the group. A special case, however, is if you are an events manager for a certain event, and that is discussed further in the Manage Users video. So first and foremost, you are not required to manage events in Hopkins Engage. Please think of it as a marketing tool and a resource for you. By publishing events here, you do have a streamlined means of reaching Hopkins students, staff, and faculty. So let's move on to creating an event. So first, we're going to navigate to this website, jhu.edu/HopkinsEngage. Once you get here and you log in, we're going to start with creating a new event. So under Manage, we're going to click our group's name. And then on this left-hand side, under Events, click Add Event to make a new one. We're going to go ahead and fill out all this necessary information. It's all pretty basic and self-explanatory. So for me, I'm just going to put in example event. So for type of event, it does have a drop-down menu here describing them. It may be a bit confusing because some of these look pretty similar, but a helpful tool is this question bar here that will describe the types of events, so you can pick the one that best fits yours. So go ahead and fill out the rest of this information. And for administrator, this person is the contact person. In case anybody has questions regarding your event, they will automatically message this person. So choose that person with this in mind. Go ahead and add a description. Adding a detailed description is really helpful so people can really understand the point of your event. I will just say this is an example event. Go ahead, save and continue.
You'll then be brought to this page for more advanced settings. So we can see different tabs up here, and we're starting with the Logos tab. So here you can just upload an event logo or a cover image. Just keep in mind these pixel requirements. This just helps the picture show up the way that you want it to show up. Go ahead and save. This is really important just so we make sure all our updates are being captured. So next we can move on to additional information, which just has more specificities that you can look into and change if you feel necessary. Go ahead and click save if you make any changes here. Next, for socials, you can upload links to your social media accounts. This can either be your actual page or a specific event page. Go ahead and click save once you update that.
Under causes, skills, and SDGs, you can just select any causes that are related to your events, any skills needed for the events, and any SDGs that are related to your event. Next, under registration settings, you can change when registration opens, when it closes, and then when people can cancel by. They need to have it days in advance or if they can cancel anytime before the event. You can also edit registration approval if people need to be approved for the event or if they can automatically join. Next, under notifications, you can configure when you want event reminders to be sent out. And then for mobile, you can change these things if you plan to check in registrants at your event via the GivePulse app, which we will discuss later. Next, under registration questions, here you have the ability to add certain fields or questions. This is also known as custom fields, to gather information from people upon their registration for your event. So for example, let's look at this checkbox. So we can select it and drag it over here. So the label is checkbox. This is what users will see. So for example, in our case, let's just say, are you interested in driving people? ? And then help text would be any additional information. For example, like, let's put a date, 4/24 from 6 to 8 p.m. And then you can select if the question or the field is required or not, yes or no. Let's just say yes. And you can see there's a little red asterisk that shows up. And then answer type. So you can either choose single answer or many answers. So for single answers, it's things like phone number, date of birth, things that there's only one answer for. So as you can see here, it says update previous response. So for example, for phone number, if they ever change it, it will just create a new value. On the other hand, there's many answers also, where they save each response. For example, it's things that change over time. For example, like how do you feel today, or how was this event for you, etc. To view saved or existing custom fields, you can go to this button that says Add Existing Saved Fields. Here, there's just a bunch of default ones such as date of birth, car, contact info, etc. However, if you know that your organization will be frequently using one that is not listed on here, you can go ahead and create your own custom field. So to do that, you're going to go to Manage, and then your group. I'll open this up in a new tab. Scroll down to More Tools, clicking Custom Fields, and then this Actions blue bar here, and clicking Add Field. And then you can go ahead, this is just formatted differently, but it's the same form as the other page where you can pick the kind of field, the field label, help text, if it's, and then what kind of answer type it is, and you can go ahead and create it. So going back to ours, once you are satisfied with this and added all the ones that you are interested in adding, you can click Save and Continue. Next, under Impact Settings, you can change if impacts can be added for this event, who can add them, as well as if early impacts are allowed. Next, under Impact Questions, this is really similar to the registration questions, however, these will just be prompted to the user when they submit an impact at the very end. So this is helpful if you want to get a reflection from the participants about the event and get any feedback or improvement suggestions. So when you finish this, you can go ahead and click Save and Continue, and then Publish. So that was a lot of information, but one really helpful tool is to be able to view the event as a volunteer would. So after publishing the event on the sidebar, you can click the View button. So if you notice any information that's missing or any confusing text, you can just feel free to go back and edit it at any time. It's very easy by going over here and clicking Edit. You can go ahead and change what you need to. So to promote your event on social media, you can navigate to your events dashboard by going back to Manage, your group name, Events, Manage Events. So this is all your existing ones. And then we're going to click on this one that we're interested in. And you can see here there's a share bar where you can share with your friends, and there's little icons for all these social media outlets. You can go ahead and click them. They will prompt you to log in, and then there will be a little pop-up with a link to this Hopkins Engage event page where they can sign up and register. So let's pivot to managing existing events. So again, to review, we can click Manage, our group name, and then under Events, click Manage Events to just see all of our existing ones. So the main thing that you're going to do after creating your event is registering people and signing registrants in. So go ahead and click on the event of interest. Under Registrations, you can click Manage Registrations, and this will allow you to approve registrants, and then additionally, signing registrants in during the actual event. When people register, they will show up here, and then you'll be able to sign them in. There is also a GivePulse app that you can download on your phone, either in the App Store or the Google Play Store. You can simply find it by typing in GivePulse. So to use it, go ahead and download the app and sign in as you normally would. On the Profile tab on the bottom, click it, and then click Switch to Admin. You can then sign people in using the Sign In tab on the bottom left, clicking on the event, and then marking registrants either as signed in or no-shows. Thanks for watching our Hopkins Engage training video. We hope this is helpful for you. If you have any further questions about this, please email the Hopkins Engage team at hopkins_engage@jhu.edu or visit support.givepulse.com. GivePulse is the vendor that drives Hopkins Engage, and they have a detailed array of resources and guides that are really broken down so they are very easily approachable.